Let's get into what Bruno said, because this, to me, I keep reading this and I don't understand where it's coming from. I keep thinking it's fake, but apparently it's not, because it's in the Manchester Evening News. So I'm going to read it out. Apparently, this Man United have confirmed the Bruno Fernandes interview was conducted a few weeks ago and set up by the Portuguese national side. So this is not like he's done it after the game yesterday. He did this in the international break. I mean, look, let me read it out and you can tell me what you think. He said, "I can't complain. I'm very well paid." No, let me get this from the very start. So Manchester United captain Bruno Fernandes has claimed the club wanted him to leave in the summer amid links of a switch to Saudi. He goes on to say, "I can't complain. I'm very well paid, but obviously the difference is huge. That was never what guided me. If one day I have to play in Saudi, I'll play in Saudi. My lifestyle will change. My children's lives will be sunny. After 6 years in Manchester United with cold and rain, I'll be playing in a growing league with recognised players. I could have left like many people do and said, I want to leave. I don't want to train. I just want to leave for 20, 30 million so they pay me more on the other side. But I never did that. I never felt in a position to do that because I felt that the empathy and affection I had for the club were the same. But there comes a point where for them, money is more important than anything. The club wanted me to go. I have that in my head. I told the directors this, but I think they didn't have the courage to make that decision. I decided to stay also because of family reasons, but because I genuinely like the club. The conversation with the manager also made me stay. But from the club side, I felt a bit like if you leave, it's not so bad for us. And that hurts me a lot. More than hurting, it makes me sad because I'm a player. They have nothing to criticise about. I'm always available and I always play, good or bad. I give my all. Then you see things around you, players who don't value the club as much and don't defend the club as much. That makes you sad." The Manchester Evening News goes on to say it's a surprising claim from the captain, who is being among those frustrated by United's lack of competitiveness over recent seasons. I think it is a strange thing to say by a guy that plays every week and is the captain of the team and is the best played player in the club. It is a bit of a strange one when you think about it. But look, I suppose the crux of it is that he's saying Bruno Fernandes, Manchester United's captain, Manchester United's best player, Man United's best paid player, is saying that he feels like the club were forcing him out and he feels quite sad about that. So basically, the captain of the club is saying, I'm unsettled. The captain of the club is saying that he feels like he was being forced out by the club. And he's doing it right in the middle of a season. I'm sorry. I think this is exit for Man United and Bruno Fernandes, because I don't understand the logic. And I agree with Mark Prakash. It feels like it's a fake interview, which is why I sort of had to wait a little bit. It's not why I didn't do the 10 o'clock show. I've been out. But I wanted to just double check it because Abraham says, what makes this breaking news? The captain of Manchester United coming out with an interview basically throwing the club under the bus and saying that they wanted him to leave in the summer and he's not very happy. It tends to be breaking news, that, mate, with all due respect. Go back to bed and wake up. Why bring it out now? Look, there's a few things I would say. It's not on the level of Salah, because Salah did it after a game, but it's almost like a diluted version of it. You are calling the club into question. You are calling your employers into question, and you're doing it in a public way. And I don't really appreciate the captain of Man United doing it. I'm sorry. You're pitching club against player, which I don't mind if he's going to say the Glazers are the worst thing that have happened to United and Sir Jim's no better. But he's not doing that. He's not being a vocal champion for the fans. He's being a vocal champion for himself. He's basically saying they were thinking about letting me go and I'm not happy about that. But that's not something I'm going to get behind him on, I'm afraid. If he came out and said the Glazers are shit and that's why the club's on its arse and, you know, I'm with the fans, then yeah, that's fine. But he's not actually saying that. He's basically saying, you know, I didn't really want to leave. It felt like the club wanted me to leave, and that's made me feel very sad and underappreciated. And I don't feel appreciated. That's what I get from it. And yet, you're the captain of the club, you're on 300 grand a week, and you didn't leave. And they didn't tell you to leave. So I'm sort of like, why are we getting stories like this? And it's constant.